This one has a different little beginning, and here are the warnings. So, unconditional kissing, suggestive content, and slight manipulation. And if you were triggered by these, please leave this. But anyways, here it is. I slowly walked towards the door that leads to the exit of the basement. I continued walking towards the door, quietly and carefully. I wanted to hear any footsteps to see if there was anyone home. I stood there for 10 minutes and let out a sigh of relief as I didn't hear anyone. I went back to the basement to look around for a weapon or anything I could use, taking mental notes to ignore Miyaku's dead, rotting body. I couldn't focus, especially with her scent filling my lungs. Focus, Yin. You need to leave this hellhole. I tried to distract myself by focusing on looking for a weapon. Why was I placed in this situation? Why was I in this game? What the hell did I do to deserve this mental and physical torture? Who would do this to me and why? Why is Blake also here? I don't think he deserves to be stuck here. Why? Why am I here? When can I leave? I should have just listened to Blake. I should have just stayed inside Yurichi's house. I should have... A drop of water falls on my arm as I snap out of my thoughts. I sniffed as I wiped my tears away. I didn't have time to think about this. I need to get out of here first, but my mind just keeps... It's a fucking mess. I can't think properly. Fuck. I kept mentally cursing at myself. My thoughts were put at a halt as soon as I saw a rusty wrench on the floor. I quickly grabbed it and clenched it near my chest. Now all I need to do was to escape this fucking hellhole. I carefully walked up to the door of the basement. My trembling hands clenched the handle. I inhaled and exhaled before slowly turning the handle. I mentally thanked whatever was out there that the door wasn't creaking like hell. I took a peek to the opposite side. It was a hallway with 3 doors near the end. Fuck, I don't know where the inside of those rooms. It might be a dead end. I then took a peek at the front of the house. There it was, the front door. I quickly ran out of the stairs of the basement and rushed to the door, my trembling hands trying to grab the handle, and my breathing was erratic as I slowly panicked. What if Tanjiro catches me? Or Nezuko? After a second, I managed to grip the handle and twist it. Click. I ran away from the house. My heart was beating out of my chest, my legs trembling from the exhilaration. None of that mattered. None of that pain I was feeling mattered. All I needed to do was Yurichi. I need to find him. Maybe he can help me. Shit, I forgot where he lived. I stopped in my tracks as I was going with left, right, or straight ahead. I didn't care to take any turns. Left and right seemed unfamiliar. All I was left with now was to go straight ahead. I soon arrived near a park. Where do I go now? Should I head inside the park? I decided not to head inside the park and head towards where there were houses. Maybe I could find a familiar house that would lead me to Yurichi's house. The more I walked around the neighborhood, the more anxious I felt. It only hit me now that there is not a person in sight. What the fuck is happening? What if Yurichi is gone too? Should I look for Blake? My thoughts were cut off by a voice. Yin? The tone of his voice sounded like he was in disbelief. I knew whose voice it was. It was Giyuu's. I looked to see his shocked facial expression. I didn't know whether to feel relieved or scared. What if he's just like them? What if he slowly walked towards me, his facial expression showing relief, and it seemed like he was glad. Oh, thank God. I just woke up and I was confused to not see a person in sight. He added. His tone of voice seemed genuine. Should I trust him? Wait, not a person in sight? What do you mean, not a person in sight? I asked. He looked confused. Well, haven't you noticed? There aren't any people around us, he replied. Now that he says it, I realize that ever since I escaped Hunter's house, I didn't see a single person or a stray cat or dog. What what the? My breathing started to fasten as I realized, does this mean that Blake is gone too? What about Yurichi? Taki? Am I the only one left? And why is Giyuu the only one left too? Oh God, is he going to disappear? Then that means we'll be all alone here until I die. Until I fucking rot. Until I... Yin, calm down. He told you. I noticed that his hands were on my shoulders. Breathe, he told me. I nodded as I inhale and exhale to try and calm myself down. Why is this happening? Why? Why? Can't I just succeed in my escape with Blake, with Yurichi, with Daki, with that stupid dumbass dog and Demon Killer 9000? Why? Why? My lip quivered as I tried to stop my tears. Giyuu could see this and slowly pulled me into a hug. I couldn't stop the tears anymore as I cried in his arms. This, why does it have to be this way? He kept quiet as I sobbed in his chest. I appreciated it. Maybe since it's just the two of us now and he seems genuine and he hasn't done anything bad to me before, maybe I can trust him. Time skip. The two of you settled in his house. It was just you and him, alone in this world. What could possibly go wrong? It felt a little awkward. Well, Giyuu is feeling a little nervous yet excited. Deleting everyone but you was worth it. Although he did feel a little guilty for killing Daki and Blake. You sat down on the couch in his living room. Giyuu noticed that you didn't utter a single word. She must still be trying to process everything. Should I have done it slowly? He mumbled. He was far away from you, just so you couldn't hear it. He walked towards you, the fridge, and grabbed your favorite soda. He then sat down next to you on the couch and handed it to you. You snapped out of your thoughts and looked at him. Oh, thank you. You merely thanked him. You then looked at the soda as you opened it. You glanced at him. He looks calm. But knowing Giyuu, he's probably just hiding his own feelings. Maybe we're on the same page. Feeling dread and hopeless, you thought, I'm finally all alone with her. Fuck, I'm so happy. All these months of waiting and murdering whoever hurts her finally paid off. Maybe we'll be in a relationship soon. She'll fall in love with me, and we'll grow old together, and maybe I should give her a bit of space. She's still processing things. He thought, Giyuu, you're probably so confused right now, huh? You spoke up. Not really, he thought. Yeah, everyone is just gone. Sabito and Makimo. Giyuu replied. Sabito felt a little guilty for redacted Sabito. Giyuu had no choice, though. He was getting in the way. I think it has something to do with the fact that this world... Okay, I know that what I'll say for now sounds crazy, but you faced him as he raised his eyebrows. She really gonna tell me that this world is a game? I already know, but that she doesn't know that I already know, that I'm already aware, he thought. This world is a game. You looked at him with a serious facial expression. His eyes widened suddenly, acting as if he didn't really know. What? He asked. Look, okay. Don't you find it baffling that everyone just fucking poofed? Fucking gone. It isn't some alien or some sort of crazy fantasy shit that did this to us. How do we even have electricity, running water, and you're just a character in this game. I can list 100 facts about you right now to prove it, and I don't look crazy, don't I? Your voice broke. Giyuu was quiet for a moment until he spoke up. We should go to sleep, he suggested. Your lip quivered. Fuck, I only look crazy. You thought, she knows 100 facts about me. Does that mean she loves me? Even back in her own world? What else would she know 100 facts about me? She loves me back. Giyuu was trying to hide his slightly flushed face as he got up and turned away from you. His heart was beating like crazy. It felt like It was about to burst out of his chest. Yeah, sleep. You mumbled. This was your life now, living some sort of apocalyptic life with Giyuu. After some time, you both went to your respective beds. Although it was midnight, you couldn't sleep. Tick, tock. All you could hear in the silence was the ticking clock. You stared at the ceiling, unable to sleep. Giyuu let you sleep in his bed until he slept on the couch in the living room. Your thoughts were just filled with dread and a small glimmer of hope that you could go home to your mother and brother Izuku, even if you knew deep down it'll never ever happen. You let out a deep sigh as you twist and turn in Giyuu's bed. During nights like this, when you were in middle school, you would often visit Izuku's bedroom. He was often studying late at night, so when you couldn't sleep at night, you'd go to his room and talk to him about some random stuff like games, anime, or pro heroes. Izuku's passion about that topic. You would often fall asleep on his bed and would wake up to find Izuku sleeping on the couch. You would often feel sorry, but he assured you it was fine. It soon became a normal thing for the both of you. Everything changed when you got into UA. If you ever fell asleep on his bed, you would wake up in your own bedroom. Izuku is an amazing older brother, and you were so happy when he got into UA and even got All Might's approval. Oh, how you miss your older brother, your mother, your friends. Maybe I should go drink some water, you mumbled as you slowly got out of bed. You soon headed towards the kitchen. On your way there, you noticed Giyuu wasn't asleep, as he was just sitting on the couch. You could only see his back, though. Giyuu? You called out his name, to which he flinched. You noticed the soldiers shuffling. What were you doing? You asked as you walked closer to him. Nothing, he replied as he glanced at you. He noticed you sitting on the couch, too. You noticed him holding a notebook, but you shut it off and thought it was none of your business. He might have been trying to get his thoughts sorted out. Can't sleep? You asked. Yeah, he replied. There was a moment of silence before you spoke up. So it's going to be like this, huh? Till we grow old, just us? You commented. Yeah, he replied. You let out a small chuckle. Is that all you're going to say? Yeah, you asked. He didn't reply, knowing how awkward he was. You just found it a little funny. Should I go look for plants tomorrow? He spoke up. For what? You ask. For what? For you to water them. It was what you like to do at school, he replied. He let out a small chuckle. Thanks for the thought. You know that maybe I need those plants. It might get my mind off stuff. He replied. He only hummed in response. Giyuu didn't know what to do, so he just sat there in silence. You didn't really know what to say to him after rambling on about how this world is just a game. This atmosphere was quiet, but you both felt comfortable. Giyuu's heart was beating loudly, his palms getting a little sweaty as he felt nervous, because he was only inches away from you. Some time had passed before he decided to finally speak up. Yin. He glanced at you, his eyes widened a little as your head fell on his shoulder. You were fast asleep. He could feel his cheeks heating up. This felt like the first encounter you two had. The storage room. Giyuu decided to stay quiet and just let you sleep, while he wore a small smile, happy with what was happening. Time skip. You let out a small groan as you slowly wake up. You slowly sat up and looked at your surroundings. It seemed to be Giyuu's room. You frowned, your eyebrows a little confused, because you remember accidentally falling asleep on the couch. He must have carried me back here, you mumbled. You then get out of the bed and stretch your arms. You soon leave his bedroom. You decide to look for Giyuu. Giyuu? You ask. You called out his name. No reply. You frowned, your eyebrows confused. Giyuu? You called out again, but only to be met with silence. You were starting to panic a little. What if he was gone too, just like the others, and you were the only one left? Giyuu? You stuttered, sounding like a bit desperate, as you walked around the house looking for him. He wasn't on the couch sleeping. He wasn't in the kitchen. He wasn't in the backyard nor the front yard. Giyuu? Your thoughts broke a little as you called his name, sounding even more desperate. Giyuu, where are you? You shouted, your panic seeping through the tone of your voice. Giyuu? You shouted as your breathing was erratic. Were you all alone now? Why is he gone? He probably disappeared like the others. You're all alone now, all by yourself, and you couldn't even go back to your world. You're going to rot here in death, alone with no one knowing, no one whatever fucking happened to you. Q's gone. He disappeared. He's Yin. Your thoughts were cut off as soon as you heard someone call your name. Q. You turned to where the voice was, and you quickly rushed to the front door to meet him. A wave of relief rushes through you as soon as you laid your eyes upon him. Where were you? The tone of your voice had a hint of fear and relief. He looked confused. He was about to say something, but was cut off by you rushing to him to hug him. He held you tighter as you tried to stop your tears. Leave a letter next time, please, you mumbled as you buried your head on his neck. He noticed you were trembling slightly. He figured you've been scared to be alone. He really can't leave you alone, huh? He had to be by your side at all times, at your beck and call. God, he loved the way you held him. You felt like you really loved him and held him dear to your heart, when in reality, you just didn't want your friend to disappear, causing you to be here all alone. I'm sorry, I was just looking for our breakfast and I got some mini plants that I think you'd like. You didn't respond as you just hugged him. He figured to let you be there for a moment. You were starting to trust him more. Time skip. I wonder when he'll be back, you mumbled. It had been at least 3 days now. You started to get more comfortable and trust him more. It was time for dinner, and Giyuu decided to go to your local convenience store and just, grab some instant noodles since there wasn't any people here anymore. Maybe I should go explore or something? Maybe I can take a look if there's anything in Giyuu's bed. Oh, God, I hope I don't find any not safe for work mangas or something. You grumbled as you got up from the couch and started to walk towards Giyuu's room. You looked around his bedroom. It wasn't anything too crazy or special. It just looked, bland. Not that you're dismissing the design skills, because there were barely any designs in his room. The only poster you could see is a calendar. There were basic computer setup and a basic blue paint covering the walls. His bed sheets were comfortable, but designed is pretty basic. Overall, you weren't really finding anything interesting. You soon realized that you hadn't checked under his bed yet. Oh, fuck. What if he has all his freaky collections under his bed or something? You commented as you approached the bed. You dropped down to your knees and took a peek under his bed. There wasn't anything for except one box. You grabbed it and pulled it out from under the bed. Without another thought, you opened the box. Ooh, Your eyebrows furrowed as you tried to process what you were looking at. There was a towel inside that smelled like sweat, and it was the same towel that he let you use to wipe your sweat with. You were confused as to why it would be inside this box. It wasn't just a towel that was inside but a phone. You grabbed the phone and opened it, and as a password, you typed 1234, and it worked. I wonder why he's hiding this phone. Does he have some freaky stuff in it here? What? You mumbled as you looked around the phone. It didn't have any games downloaded, and not a single social media app, too. You decided to click on the gallery. Your heart dropped as soon as you opened the gallery. You wish it was just some freaky tentacle hentai, but it was worse. Pictures. Stolen pictures of you and videos. Videos of you when you were sleeping in the student council room, when you were watering the plants, when you were doing push-ups and pull-ups during PE. Your breath hitched as soon as you saw the video, with the thumbnail of him leaving his hand wrapped around his... Wait, is that his fucking underwear that was missing? You uttered in a pure oh, is that my fucking underwear that is missing? You uttered in a pure horror and disbelief as you saw a picture of your missing underwear. When you eventually found it, it looked weird. The color of the fabric was off. You gagged as soon as you saw the video with a thumbnail that you had your underwear in it. You already knew what he did to it. And it's fucking disgusting. He's fucking disgusting. A hidden freak. Fucking pervert that films a video of him touching himself to you. Fucking creep. Freak. Stalker. He's just like the rest of them. You mumbled in horror as a tear rolled down your cheek, the phone sliding off of your trembling hands. Your hands soon covered your mouth, trying not to make any noise, escaping your lips as more tears rolled down your cheeks. You trusted him. You were comfortable by him. You laid your head on his shoulder. You hugged him so tightly. You felt disgusting. You touched him. You willingly went with him. Why? You trusted him. You thought he wasn't like the others. Ian. The tone of his voice sounded cold. Your breath hitched as you turned to him. You rushed to the front door, even if he was there. You placed your chances on hopes of pushing him out of the way, but where are you going? He whispered as his arms wrapped around you tightly. It's not safe outside. Besides, who are you running off to? Everyone else is gone, he added, causing a shiver to go down your spine. Okay. Your breathing ragged as you tried to free yourself from him. You weren't able to form any congruent words as to a thing coming out of your mouth. Or desperate and panicked noises, tears running down your cheeks, basically pleading with him to let you go. Giyuu, Your lips were cut off as you were cut off as his lips crashed onto yours. There was hunger and desperation in the way he kissed you. His tongue swept past your lips as he tried to invade your mouth with his tongue. The kiss was sloppy, and oh, how aggressive he was. He loved the taste of your lips, the taste of you. Even your saliva was already mixing with the tears that were rolling down your lips. He let out a small groan under the kiss. You could feel his body shivering in excitement as his hands roamed your body, settling on your hips and your chest. He was enjoying this. He loved this. He wanted this for a long time, and now he got it. He finally got it. Giyuu's POV. I continued kissing her. God, her taste of her lips. I fucking love it. I want more, but fuck. I need to breathe. I soon pulled away, leaving a small string of saliva. She looked at me in horror and fear, her bottom lip trembling. And so was her body. Why was she trembling? Why was she scared? If she hadn't snooped around while I was gone, then I wouldn't have to rush things. I wanted to take things slow and make her fall for me, but this is fine too. It's just us anyways. Where are you going to go? At the end of the day, I'll find you. It's just us here, Ian. Just us. I whispered in her ear, causing her body to tremble even more. She didn't even utter a word. She seemed shocked, betrayed, and scared. She could have been feeling, but she shouldn't be feeling that. She loves me. In fact, she knows 100 facts about me. She's just surprised after a few days things will eventually go back to normal. I love you. I love you. I love you. I mumbled nothing but sweet things in her ear as I buried my face in her neck. I finally don't have to hide anything anymore. I don't have to hold back anymore. You're mine now. And no one will ever have you. We have a long life ahead of us, my love, I commented as I left small kisses on her neck. I ignored the way her body trembled. It must have been from pleasure and excitement. But now that the secret is out, should I bring back the NPCs Oh, should I bring back the NPCs to make you more comfortable in this world, my love? I want us to have a normal relationship, after all.